talking to the Rollers, wearing diamond rings, wearing kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine wreck, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it. You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line. Go, system.
Episode of the East Side David Son in 2022.
Yay! Thank you so much, Stanley, Mac. And yes, my friend, it is 2022. It's our first episode of 2022. It's not our first episode overall. We have been doing this show. Now that it's 2022, we've been 7 years. Since 2015, we've been doing this show. 7 years. Thoughts, opinions. Let's go.
That's longer than a lot of you have been alive.
That's longer than a lot of you people have been alive. You understand? Stanley Mac coming out of the gate talking a little smack. That's way more than most of you people have ever. Wait a second. So you're saying that most people listen to our show are 6 years old and less? That's our demographic? 6-year-olds and less? I need people who buy cars. I need people who buy computers, buy iPads and phones. Last time I checked, a 6-year-old can't drive. Now, listen, we do this show from New Jersey. There's some very lax legal laws in our state, but I don't think 6-year-olds are allowed to drive, Stanley Mac. By the way, my name is Eastside Dave, and this is my co-host, Stanley Mac, the baby face of baby faces. Stanley, 2021 has gone. It's left us. And today, it's going to be we're going to look back a little bit at some 2021 wrestling activity. We are also going to discuss a couple of things, including a huge achievement, a huge accomplishment from me, yours truly, Eastside Dave McDonald. Yeah, you're going to want to hear that. And then we're going to give our predictions and prognostications on tonight's WWE pay-per-view. It's being called Day One, the first ever time, Day One. So, Stanley Mac, what do you want to do first, pal?
Since I have it, one that I want to talk about it. I want to talk about like my favorite guy in 2021.
Oh, this is going to be exciting. Okay, so in 2021, this is the Stanley Mac Wrestler of the Year. I think let's do that. Let's start out some sort of awards system right now. And sorry, I'm going to be in charge of branding this the Stanley Mac Wrestler of the Year, the first ever. And let's say that this person has the most, what I am copywriting and trademarking as the most 5-star matches. Now, I came up with that phrase on my own. 5-star matches. That's all me. I invented that phrase just now. So, Stanley, with the guy with the most 5-star, or just who is your Wrestler of the Year? Who is the Stanley Mac Wrestler of the Year? I'm very excited.
So just my wrestler could be WWE or AEW?
It could be WWE, it could be AEW, it could be New Japan, it could be IWF, it could be CZW, it could be Ring of Honor, it could, whatever. Let's go.
You know, it's actually going to be a WWE guy, and I have to give it to the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
Wow. Stanley Mac's Wrestler of the Year going to Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief. Has recently fired Paul Heyman. Paul was upset. If you watched SmackDown last week, he hadn't shaved. It was disheveled looking, stubble, very upsetting. All right, I liked it. I like this award. How about this? I want to throw something else. Who is the headline maker of the year? the wrestler who made the biggest headlines, the biggest impact. It can still be the same person. We can have, the same wrestler can win multiple awards, but I'm just curious as to what your answer would be with that.
It has to be this one. We'll go to AEW and CM Punk.
CM Punk! The headline maker of the year. Oh, wow. No surprise there. CM Punk going to AEW. Bryan Danielson going to AEW. And AEW very much alive. And I am going to surprise you right now, live on the air, with something. And I'm going to hope that your reaction is like a big-time showbiz reaction. Okay, that's what I'm looking for here. I ain't going to lie. I know I'm sort of coaching your reaction right now. I'm your dad! Gosh dang it! I'm allowed to coach every once in a while. Anyway, I'm going to show you something now. Hold on. I'm showing you something. Give me 2 seconds. Why don't you stall? Why don't you say something? Do an impression, for crying out loud. I'm trying to show you something, but I can't get either. Go ahead. Do something, Britt. Yeah, great stall. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You remind me of my friend Roy Harder. You and him have the same exact improv ability. Okay, here we go. Ready? What does this say? What does this say, Stanley?
We're going to AEW January 5th.
We're going to AEW Wednesday, this Wednesday. This Wednesday, January 5th. This Wednesday, live in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Center. Stanley Mac's going to be there. The number one babyface in professional wrestling. Davey Mac is going to be there. The number one heel in professional wrestling. We're going live, pal. Excited?
Yeah, and we're going to jump the Elite.
We're going to jump the Elite? Are you saying that we're going to be attacking wrestlers? I mean, keep in mind, we are just fans. That would get us arrested.
Good point.
Okay, yeah, good. Right. Let's not be saying on the airwaves we're going to be attacking, jumping the guardrail or anything like that. We will not be doing that, AEW. We will be sitting in our seats. Well, we might be standing from time to time, giving some, we're going to be yelling. We're going to be applauding. We're going to be screaming. But I don't think we're going to be attacking, okay?
No, well, they booked us. We actually are one of the new members of AEW.
We're new members of AEW. Stanley Mac and Davey Mac are all elite, is what you're trying to tell us? I've reached out, by the way, to AEW a couple times. No response back. I've tried to do an interview. The only thing, it's a little surprising because if you play Prudential Center in Newark, that's in a state called New Jersey. I happen to be on the number one morning radio show in the state, the Morning Rat Race with Carl and Dave. You might want to think about getting back to me, Tony Khan, but that's fine. Anyway, Mac, that is exciting. So you excited for that? That was a Christmas gift. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're gonna see the rematch.
Hold on. I just gotta say, these are good seats. So I forgot to tell you, you owe me $150 for your ticket there. Okay, so let's see. Right now it's January 1st. The event is January 5th. That gets you 4 days to come up with $150. I don't know if you have to do a job. I don't know if you have to come in a caper. I don't know how I'm going to get my money, but you owe me $150 by 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Thank you.
Can I just take all your money and just give it to you?
You can't do that. You cannot rob me.
And then just give it to you.
No. So you owe me $150 for this ticket, but it is going to be great. And if you're at AEW in the Prudential Center, the number one, the best father-son wrestling podcast in the world will be there. Stanley Mac, Davey Mac, live in attendance. It's not about us, though, pal. I mean, we're going to be seeing some great stuff. Bryan Danielson and Hangman Page are going to be having a main event, a rematch for the AEW World Championship. What do you think about that? The first one went 60 minutes. An incredible Iron Man match, essentially, that resulted in a draw. But it was an incredible match. Some are calling it one of the best matches in AEW history. Mac, let's do a little mini prediction and prognostication with our AEW Dynamite episode right now. Who do you like? Bryan Danielson or Hangman Page?
I have to go Hangman Page.
Whoa!
I don't think that AEW, like, it's because since he's still like, I mean, didn't just win it, but he's still like, sort of dead.
Yeah, no, he just won it.
Yeah.
You could say that. It's pretty new for Hangman Page. The thing that I would say, I'm just testing the microphone for a second. The thing that I would say, Stanley Mac, is Bryan Danielson has been just on fire since joining the AEW. He's putting on great match after great match. It's going to take a lot for Hangman Page to defeat him. Let me ask you another prediction then. You're getting the finals of the women's tournament between Jade Cargill, powerhouse. That's what she is. I mean, she could straight up devastate her opponents with strong maneuvers. She's taking on, I believe, Ruby Soho in the championship.
Ruby Soho.
I believe and the winner of that goes against Britt Baker. Who do you like in that matchup?
Ruby Soho.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Reason, please. Is there a reason?
Because she's new she's new in AEW.
I'm gonna disagree with you and say Jade Cargill wins this match. I'm telling you right now. I think your prediction was, with all due respect, a terrible one. Okay? Cargill wins. AEW had some amazing moments. Obviously, CM Punk, him coming back to the world of professional wrestling after a 7-year layoff, coming back in August, just lit the world on fire. It was incredible. Definitely got AEW in a great momentum period right now, and then they followed that up with Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole and Ruby Soho, and they're probably more on the way. With Stanley and Mac and I have been hardcore Bray Wyatt fans for a long, long time. We're wondering when is Bray Wyatt, or should we call him Wyndham Rotunda? Where and when is he gonna pop up?
Are we sure he is gonna pop up?
I would hope so. I mean, what do you think? He's gonna retire from wrestling? I hope not.
I'll be very sad too. I'll be.
You'll be sad if he retires? I don't think he is. I don't think that's the plan. I think the plan is he's going to be brought to AEW, I would hope. But maybe they're just trying to find out, exactly the right time and the right scenario.
I want the Prudential Center. The Prudential Center.
Oh, the Prudential Center? Bray Wyatt at the Prudential Center in Newark. That would be unbelievable. What are you going to have at our AEW Dynamite episode on Wednesday to eat? A pretzel?
No.
Nachos?
Yeah, and
pizza?
Cheese.
What?
Yeah.
Nachos and cheese?
Yeah.
What about pretzel bites?
No.
Big into them?
No.
How about Slim Jims? You like those?
No.
I'm a big fan of those. I'm going to sneak 4 or 5 of those into the arena there. Don't tell anybody. Do not tell the Prudential Center security. Okay, I'm a big-time Slim Jim fan. You ever try Slim Jims with Polly-O string cheese? That's a combo right there for you. I'm telling you, that is a Hall of Fame 7-Eleven combination right there. You get yourself a Cherry Coke Slurpee, Polly-O string cheese, and Slim Jims. You've had one of the lowest class, lowest rent type of meals of all time. But God darn it, it tastes good. Okay, Stanley Mac.
Also, there was Macho Man White about Slim Jims.
Oh, I love, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, into a Slim Jim. There's also an announcement I'd like to make, Stanley Mac. I don't know if you know this, but I have just had a major accomplishment in the world of professional wrestling. Me, Eastside Dave McDonald, yet again, causing controversies and headlines. Well, IWF is the Independent Wrestling Federation that is located in North Jersey. We wrestle throughout the state. Obviously, people know I've had my fair share of matches against Gilbert, against Tony Atlas, other legends. We don't have to talk about the fact that I've yet to win any of my matches, okay? But now this year, I was manager extraordinaire. I managed the likes of the Southside Slugger, Tony Graves from Philadelphia, Philly. First class Justin Adams. I've had many great wrestlers. Again, we didn't win our matches, but that's beside the point. IWF on their Twitter handle at Wrestling IWF, in case anyone wants to verify this, just had their year-end awards where they handed out awards. there were 3 nominees for the Manager of the Year. Michelle D, Eloy Fiesta, and yours truly, Eastside Dave. And with 84% of the vote, just a blowout victory, Eastside Dave has been named the IWF Manager of the Year. That's right, me. And I'd like to thank myself for just being brilliant. I'd like to pat myself on the back, and I'd like to thank me, and only me, for being the #1 manager in wrestling today. There are no managers except for Eastside Dave. You can believe that, baby.
You can win an award, but you can't win anything.
That hurt my feelings just now. It's January 1st. It's 2022. It's a new year, and for you to throw cold water on my award ceremony like that hurt. Any other comments? I'm looking at
But you haven't won any matches in IWF or...
Okay.
Yeah.
I have not won any matches at all. I'm 0-10 right now. With my combined career of, as being a wrestler and a manager, I believe currently I'm 0-10 for my career. But, you gotta listen. Come on. Brooklyn Brawler even won a match here and there. I mean, come on. I'm going to get a match. You know what? I'm going to call it right here. I'm using today's magnificent episode to declare in 2022, Eastside Dave will get his first victory. As a manager, as a wrestler, I can't tell you, but I'm just looking to get a win, baby. And that's going to happen this year.
You lose even if you fight the Brooklyn Brawler, even if you do fight him.
I just brought up the Brooklyn Brawler. Now you're yelling at me about the Brooklyn Brawler's going to beat me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Stanley Mac, anything else from AEW that caught your attention this year? I mean, Punk, Danielson have been brilliant. What about some AEW guys? In other words, some guys who weren't, or women who were not, necessarily famous for being in the WWE first. Who has stood out? You can say one person. Why don't we call it the AEW Breakout Star, the Stanley Mac AEW Breakout Star of the Year? Go ahead.
Does it count? Do they have to be they didn't even have to try out for WWE?
Just means they had a good year, brother. Just means they're good year. Yeah, if it means they're not famous for WWE. Okay. Yes, if they spent 3 weeks in developmental knowing someone on TV. MJF is the official Stanley Mac Breakout AEW Star of the Year.
Actually, wait.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
No. I think it's actually because since he had a great year last year, I think it's gonna be Hangman Page.
Oh! Stanley Mac going with the baby face. That's a baby face move. MJF thought he had the Breakout Star of the Year award. It was in his hands. Mako just kicked MJF right in the stomach, took away the award, and handed it over to Hangman Page. Since I'm the heel, I'll go with MJF. Why don't you give us a WWE award? You said Roman Reigns was Wrestler of the Year. So besides Roman Reigns is the Stanley Mac Wrestler of the Year, why don't you give us the WWE a breakout star? Somebody, again, this doesn't mean that they need to be a rookie. This just means that in the WWE, after Roman Reigns, they had a great year. Go ahead. Anybody will do. This is a sad indictment right here for the WWE, as this young man is struggling to come up with a name. Any kind of name will do in the WWE breakout star.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Everyone loves Kevin Owens. He did have a good year. I'm liking the Kevin Owens Seth Rollins partnership, and I'm a big fan of KO. Okay. There it is, Mako. So those are some of our wrestling those are some of the big stories of the year. Eastside Dave, the IWF Manager of the Year. You and I are headed over to AEW Dynamite this Wednesday in Newark on January 5th. So on and so forth. But now, Mac, we gotta get to our predictions. Okay? We got to get to our predictions for WWE Day 1, which is tonight, baby. Are you excited for this?
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
excited.
the first time we've ever had this pay-per-view before.
And is this gonna be a one-off, probably?
I don't know.
What's-
I'm not I'm not saying
It
that.
depends on how it does. I mean,
Exactly.
It depends on how it does.
Yeah, I think so. I think it totally depends on how it does and what kind of reception the pay-per-view gets. So let's get started, shall we? Probably a pre-show match, but we're going to do it anyway. We don't have to spend tons of time on these. Cesaro and Ricochet are going to take on Ridge Holland and Sheamus in a tag team match. Ridge Holland and Sheamus are a couple of old school guys. One's from England, one's from London.
And Rich Holland's apparently, isn't he like trying to say he's from Ireland?
No, Ridge Holland is from England. Sheamus is from Ireland. But they have a similar old school type of vibe. And Cesaro, Ricochet, interesting tag team right there. Stanley, who do you like?
I like, Cesaro and Ricochet.
Right off the bat, very first match, disagreed. Ridge Holland and Sheamus are getting some sort of bump here, some sort of push, as they're a couple of pals from 5 Points or Hell's Kitchen or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I think Ridge Holland and Sheamus will get the victory. And yet again, Stanley Mac is wrong. Next one is going to be Edge versus The Miz, straight up singles match. Some interesting stories here. The Miz and Maurice were going to renew their vows on SmackDown the other day until Edge gave him a bloodbath.
Yeah.
He called from blood, although it looked more like it was Hershey's syrup. Looked very black to me for blood.
Edge wins.
Okay, we need reasons why. Have you ever done the Eastside Dave and Son wrestling show before?
Because that's gonna be it for the story.
Okay, what?
It's gonna be it for the story.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking they're just moving on from this story. Yeah. So that's more of a behind-the-scenes program. You think this is enough? You've seen enough of Edge and Miz?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Who was your prediction?
Edge.
Wrong. Edge has been getting a lot of wins since he's been back in the WWE, and I think this is one time where he loses on pay-per-view. And I think The Miz is going to get a victory. And I think The Miz is going to get a victory because Maurice will distract Edge or the ref in some capacity. So far, we are disagreeing. Next
I
one.
don't disagree. I think Edge has actually had probably a losing record since.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. He beat Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell match. I mean, I don't know. Next one. Here's a match that is going to cause just a huge... all kinds of people are going to be talking about this one. It's Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss in a singles match.
By the way, I want to say though that when I said Roman Reigns was the superstar of the year, it was tough. I was thinking about going with either Corbin or Madcap Moss. I was thinking about it.
Well, I love Happy Corbin, but McIntyre, Madcap Moss. Who do you like here, pal?
Joe.
I hate to agree with you, but
Madcap.
holy cow.
I love that.
I can't see Madcap Moss beating Drew McIntyre, and if he does, Drew McIntyre's going to say, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I was WWE champion last year.
And then once
I'm
the fans
losing.
get back.
Oh, my Lord. But Madcap Moss has some fantastic jokes. I mean,
He's great.
really funny guy. Next one. This is for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It's the Usos, your SmackDown Tag Team champs, versus The New Day, Kofi Kingston and King Woods. Stanley, who do you like?
What's the match? Oh, so I got the New Day. I mean the Usos to retain the title. The Usos is my
The
favorite
Usos to retain the title.
Yeah.
Usos. New Day. Uso. New Day. Misa, Uso. I'm going to go with the Usos because they remind me of Jar Jar Binks. Because they're kind of like, Uso, Tepita, New Day. So I'm going with the Usos as well. Another agreement from Stan the Man and Davey Mack. Next match, let's stick with the tag teams. Now we're going to go with the Raw Tag Team Championship. RK Bro, Randy Orton and Riddle, your Raw Tag Team Champs, versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Double babyface match. Stanley, who do you like?
And why did the RK Bro somehow still in the WWE? And I believe...
Well, Randy Orton is good, no?
Randy Orton's good.
You mean they're still together?
They're still together.
You mean they're still together, okay.
Yeah.
You want to see them split up.
But here's what I think. Okay, so the RK Bro will win. But then after the match, Angelo Dawkins will turn on Montez Ford.
Oh! Angelo Dawkins turns on Montez Ford. Okay, well, let me tell you something, my friend. So who wins, RK Bro?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see a turn here. But if I had to choose, I think Montez Ford would turn on Angelo Dawkins. If you look at Montez Ford's presentation recently, he's different.
Oh,
The beard is more grown in, the hairstyle. Wait, you meant Montez
Yeah.
Ford? Oh, my God.
I present that greatly.
All right, well, regardless, I am going with a turn, but it's not that. I have prayed to God. I said the whole rosary beads. Please let Randy Orton turn heel now and get rid of Riddle. Please. He is the single least funny, least entertaining person in professional wrestling, in any league, in any federation. It's insanely lame. And this is the time where I will take a moment and again admonish the WWE for piping in fake music or fake audio. They're doing it on Monday Night Raw. They're doing it on SmackDown. Whoever is running the audio, let me give you a little tip from an 18-year radio, podcasting, television, broadcasting professional such as myself, okay? Wear headphones when potting things up. Because I don't know why the audio levels are so horrible. But the fake, phony audio that sounds like a video game, even though we're no longer in the Thunderdome, folks. We're in front of live audiences. There is no reason to be piping in audio. Oh, that's right, because no one's making a sound, maybe. Because no one has any interest in the product. So rather than burying your heads in the sand, why don't you make things more interesting, entertaining, so that the people in the building, they'll make noise. Rather than piping in audio that is so loud, at half the time people are trying to cut promos, and I can't even hear what they're saying. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens were trying to cut promos the other day, and the fake, phony audio was so damn loud, I couldn't even hear them. Shame on the WWF for the fake audio. Oh my God, that drives me so crazy. You know why? It's an insult to my and anyone who's watching's intelligence. We know it's fake audio. You're not tricking us. Stop it. Grow up. God.
Sorry, you said WWF, but that's actually you said WWF.
Whatever I said.
But actually, back when it was the WWF, they didn't pipe fake audio in.
No, I mean, not with live events. And Raw and SmackDown are live. You know, they might try some piping in the audio back in the day when SmackDown was taped. But this is ridiculous. It's so fake. Like, people watching the television are going, why is there fake video game cheering going on when Seth Rollins is actually like a real human being trying to talk? And you can't hear what he has to say. Hello! God. That kind of thing drives me nuts. Anyway, I am desperate for Randy Orton to shut the unfunny, unoriginal, stupid character, which is Matt Riddle, shut him up entirely. I'd love to see Randy Orton RKO Riddle down through the gates of hell. We have seen this, and this is when I bring this up, but I'm going to bring it up. We've seen this character in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He was Spicoli. We've seen this character with Pauly Shore, the Weasel. We've seen this character with Bill and Ted. We've seen this character with MTV VJ Jesse Camp. The spacey, oh man, it's a 40-year-old, I'm like a spacey, psychedelic, stupid airhead character. It's 40-year-old character. It doesn't make sense anymore. No one acts like this in 2021. I'm gonna have a heart attack. My head's gonna explode. Okay, I'm done with my riddle talk. Okay? I apologize. Randy Orton, please turn on Riddle, and if you want to even decapitate him and throw his head out into the crowd, I'm okay with that. You can do that for me, for my tastes. Next one! All right, Mac. We're going to go... Oh, we only have 3 matches left. Here we go. Okay, let's go for the WWE Fatal 4-Way. All right? Big E, your WWE Champion, takes on Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Bobby Lashley. Those 4... in a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Championship, Stanley.
You know, well, I think this Big E title reign has been one of the most memorable title reigns.
One of the most memorable title reigns. That's certainly an interesting English language talk. Okay. One of the least memorable title reigns.
Least memorable title reigns.
There you go.
In wrestling, history.
They haven't helped him out, though. They instantly started to book Big E with double baby face matches. He was taking on McIntyre. He's taking on Goldberg. No one cares.
I think he doesn't know what to do. Should I be the funny New Day? Should I be?
He doesn't. He's lost. Big E is lost. Big E is lost as a champion. He doesn't have an identifiable persona. Again, I'm not necessarily blaming Big E. He hasn't. And this is again another reason why you have Randy Orton as a heel, folks. So that Big E has heels to work with. He's got no one to work with. He's got no good heels on Monday Night Raw. Anyway, who's your prediction? Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, or Bobby Lashley?
And I got Big E.
Wait, you just destroyed him, saying it's the least memorable champion reign.
It doesn't mean Big E's not going to win. I think he's going to win.
All right, so you think Big E's going to win this?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm not with you. I know who's going to win this match tonight, and his name is going to be Kevin Owens. He's winning this match. He just re-signed with the WWE. He probably got a big contract because of it, and he might have even had a deal where he says, "Yeah, I want a lot of money, and I wouldn't mind being champ." And I do agree with you that Big E's reign has not been memorable. I don't blame Big E. I blame the hideous writing and the lack of heels and all the WWE releases. That's what I blame on Big E's lack of an interesting championship run. Kevin Owens is going to win this. Kevin Owens is going to win this. This one I'm confident in, Mac. I'll bet you $150. I'll bet you an AEW ticket. You want to put up your AEW ticket?
Yeah.
Whoa! All right, that's guts right there.
Wait, do I win anything?
You win a cupcake.
No.
Next one, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan. This is for the Raw Women's Championship, and Becky, she's been picking on Liv. She's been mean to Liv. Liv Morgan, by the way, from what state?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Could we be seeing a new champ? Liv Morgan in her home state? Imagine the pop if Liv Morgan from North Jersey wins in North Jersey. Woo! Who do you like?
Oh, it's in North Jersey?
The Prudential. Oh, yeah, that's right. No. I apologize. I was thinking about AEW Dynamite. See, now I'm getting confused. Okay, yeah, you're right. This is tonight's pay-per-view, not New Jersey. Anyway, let's go.
Well, okay. Liv Morgan's, her promo, what was that, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, last week?
Yeah.
Well, that was a terrible one.
Oh, wow. Stanley hammering the promo there.
Because you could tell, and I'm not blaming it on her, you could tell that that it was all scripted, they completely wrote it for her.
Okay. All right. You could tell that they wrote it for her.
It was pauses and stuff.
Uh-huh. She paused. Who do you like, though, in this match? Becky, your champ, or Liv Morgan?
I got Becky wins.
Stanley's going with Becky Lynch. I'm a little surprised that you went with Becky Lynch. I could see them go, you know what? I'm going Liv Morgan from the great state of New Jersey. And because it's a brand new year, I could see it happening. I really could.
There's going to be, I think there's one of these title matches, there's going to be a new champ.
Oh, yeah.
There's always
there has to be.
on January 1st. I mean,
I would think so. I'd think so. A lot of championship matches here, unless they just decide to save it for the tag teams, to change the titles with the tag teams. But I myself am going with Liv Morgan, as I just said. Okay, here we go. Final match now, Macko, for the WWE Universal Championship. Your WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, takes on Brock Lesnar. What type of influence will Paul Heyman have? Will he even be there? You'd imagine he would be. Be very interested as someone who's been an advocate and a manager for both of these superstars. We're going to find out. But Stanley, who do you like in this match and why?
this is going to be kind of crazy. I think Paul Heyman is actually going to come out and try to help Brock then.
Oh.
But then somehow the Usos then come and the Roman wins.
So you're saying Roman Reigns defends with the help of the Usos?
Yeah.
All right. This is tough, man. This is tough. Roman Reigns has had an incredible year. And really almost an incredible year and a half. Consistently being the number one guy there. Brock Lesnar's been fun with this overalls. Brock Lesnar palling around with Sami Zayn. It's been kind of a weird Brock Lesnar, and yet I found him to be entertaining.
Have they dropped that? They haven't even showed him with them in the past.
I don't know. But I am going to go with Brock Lesnar. I believe Paul Heyman. I see what you were saying with Paul Heyman helping Brock somehow, and I don't see the Usos being able to do anything for Roman Reigns' behalf. I think Brock Lesnar will get that arm raised, and he will become your new WWE Universal Champion. Stanley, final thoughts, final things. It's a brand new year. It's 2021. What would you like to say to the East Side Dave and Son? It's 2022.
Even a year further.
Can you believe it? What would you like to say to the East Side Dave and Son wrestling fans out there?
This was an incredible time.
It was. This was an incredible time. Anything else?
No.
No? You want to say something like, have a great year, guys.
Have a great year,
Like,
guys.
Let's make 2022.
Let's make 2022 the best year ever.
With plenty of candy.
Wait, what?
Plenty of candy?
Plenty of candy?
I don't know. Kids like candy, right?
Yeah.
Kids don't like candy anymore? Is candy out?
Candy's out.
Candy's no more, it's not trendy anymore?
No.
That's a shame. Listen, I want to thank you, Stanley Mac. Can you believe it? 2022. This is year 7 of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show, the best father-son wrestling podcast in the world. Anyway, we'll see you Wednesday at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey for AEW Dynamite. That's going to be fun. And tonight, enjoy day 1 with the WWE. My name is Eastside Dave. His name is Stanley Mac. Good night, everybody!